after Ryan Garcia's lackluster performance against Emmanuel Tago this past Saturday, and then after he comes out and finally reveals himself to be a fraud, saying that he's not even going to call out the top guys at 135, he's not going to lie to the fans anymore. With that being said, people are now questioning how good is Ryan Garcia and who can he beat at 135. If he's been clout chasing this whole time and he hasn't been serious about fighting Tank, Devin, whoever else, ducked Javier Fortuna, you know, so you got to come into question and think and say, well, how good is Ryan Garcia? Is he just a hype job? And showing and him getting in that ring Saturday night against Emmanuel Tago, and he couldn't do anything with him really. He dropped him, but that was because he was aggressive, and he managed to drop him. It was more of an off-balance knockdown, if you ask me. But he don't know how to cut the ring off, to his admittance. He doesn't really have a good, he don't know how to throw his jab right. He doesn't have good footwork. Poor defense. So who does Ryan Garcia beat? And I made a poll and I put a few names there. Gervonta Tank Davis? No, he doesn't beat him. He gets knocked out, viciously knocked out. Devin Haney? No. He gets beat to a pulp for 12 rounds, jabbed to death, and even possibly knocked out. Isaac Cruz? Isaac Cruz is a pit bull. He's a real rugged little motherfucker. I'm not sure if Ryan's power would do anything with him if Tank's couldn't. But he'll probably, that's a maybe. He maybe can outbox Isaac Cruz. That's a big maybe. I don't know, man. I think Isaac Cruz will smother him and smother his punches and probably end up knocking Ryan Garcia out too. So I don't really think he can beat Isaac Cruz. Jojo Diaz? No. I think Jojo Diaz outpoints Ryan Garcia. Who else we got at 135? Vasil Lomachenko? Hell no. Loma knocks him out, probably stops him, or I think Loma stops him. Michel Rivera, the younger Hispanic, visually, I don't know the right word to say. I call him the slight variant of a Muhammad Ali. When I say that, I mean he kind of reminds you of him from the physical. You know, the trunks. He idols Muhammad Ali. Michel Rivera. He's an excellent. I like him, man. I watched a lot of his fights, and he can fight, dude. I think he fucking probably even knocks out Ryan. Listen, man. A lot of these dudes with decent power, and a lot of these dudes with good power, is stopping Ryan Garcia. He couldn't even. He couldn't stop Tago. You can keep blaming that on the ring rust if you want, but here's the thing, bro. I don't see the excuses being made for him. I see the excuses, man. If that had been anybody else, oh, look at that, man. He couldn't even get Emmanuel Tago out the... Oh, look. He couldn't even stop Tago. Tago shouldn't even... He should have been stopping Tago. That's what you would have heard. You don't hear that much from Ryan Garcia. But you will start hearing it now, though, because people are now starting to see the fraud of Ryan Garcia. He probably beats lower level dudes. At this point, he's probably just going to be in there for the checks. Nobody's going to take him serious. He kind of hurt his career. I think he hurt his whatever career he thought he had. I think Ryan Garcia hurt it Saturday night. So I'm not sure if he'll ever really be a real world champion. I don't see it. Unless he decides to really put everything out of his head and go back to the drawing boards and decides to just say, fuck this. I'm a 100% focus on boxing and fix a lot of his flaws. If he can do that, then he has a chance to redeem himself. But from what it's looking like, if he doesn't do that, his boxing career is, I would say done. As far as him trying to be a world champion, it's not going to happen. He'll keep fighting to get checks and stuff, but he'll end up being a gatekeeper, man. He keeps it up, keep playing around with the sport, he'll end up being a gatekeeper. And in my opinion, he beats nobody in mid-level comp or the upper echelon. He beats none of them. Just my opinion. I'd like to know your opinion. Drop a comment, like and subscribe, support the channel for more raw content. This is Rebel Life Boxing. Catch y'all on the next one. And I'm out.